been a target of the left, and people have been very critical of you. They're going to call you every name in the book after this comes out. They're going to call you a traitor. They're going to call you an ingrate. What are you going to say?
Well, I think I'll do what I always do, Jake, which is keep doing the work that I know is important for my state.
Yeah, that's what she'll do for the state. Well, maybe for the Chamber of Commerce in the state. By the way, so someone told me that her personal Instagram is a dumpster fire, and when you go to it, every single comment is dragging her. And so, but again, she doesn't care. These commenters are not going to be allowed on her massive compound that she will buy. She is being paid. She set fire to her former friendships and her former colleagues and everything. All these people who used to like her have no respect for her whatsoever. She knows that. She is now an utter martyr, except from the wealthy people. And the wealthy people are the ones at the parties she goes to. You don't get invited to those parties. So your scorn means nothing. You're just peasants who think you live in a democracy to her. That's all it is.
First of all, the left is not criticizing Kyrsten Sinema. Every Democrat is criticizing Kyrsten Sinema. I think that one interesting thing to note about this time frame where we see how Senator Manchin and Senator Sinema have held up real progress when we have the majority, when we have the White House, when we could actually get things, but they want to stop them and or only pass them if it behooves them personally, is it has actually radicalized a lot of centrists and a lot of sort of basic liberals who weren't that into politics, don't really know who's in the Senate necessarily, not necessarily like progressives or Bernie folks. And this is a good thing. I think it's good that we have something in common with folks who might not be anti-capitalist or socialist, whatever. Like we have something in common, which is we hate Senator Sinema and Senator Manchin, and we hate how undemocratic the Senate is and how it does not work. And we've seen firsthand how it doesn't work. So when Tapper's like the left, first of all, who is the left, right? Like I wish we were a force to be reckoned with more so than we are. And number two, that's totally untrue. Everyone has been critical of Kyrsten Sinema.
Yeah, and she's earned it. One final thought. This is something that we're gonna have to reckon with going forward. And I hope that we're all gonna be allies on this. So she now won't be primaried because she's not a Democrat anymore. There will be a Democratic candidate who will run, maybe it's Ruben Gallego, I don't know. But there will be someone who runs against her. So it's likely that we will be facing a 3-candidate race. I don't know exactly how that shakes out. Maybe it ends up with the angry Democrats rallying behind the actual candidate. Maybe it results in, and just prepare yourself for this, Senator Kari Lake.
Sure.
She'll run again. Kyrsten Sinema will do everything she can to split the Democratic vote.
Yes.
Does a crazy Republican make it through? Maybe.
No, she'll split the Republican vote. But here, watch how she'll become anti-establishment. Watch how she'll start to say things like free speech. She'll start to talk about the forever wars. She'll start to try to sort of out left the Ruben Gallego. Watch how this happens, even though she's so full of it. And those are just sort of talking points that we've seen lifted up by grifters time and time again, even though of course we're against forever wars. We're against we understand all these things, but it's the Tulsi tack, it's that track. She's gonna try and play that card, even though she is dripping in money herself.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's a great prediction. So definitely watch for that. When I don't even think that she normally talks about foreign policy, so that'll be interesting.
Sure.
But the thing about this is, and I want everyone to have this on your radar so that you can let us know, this path that she's treading, it's not like there's 1,000 different versions of it. We've seen it, whether it's politicians like Tulsi Gabbard or people like Dave Rubin or others. There's certain points that you have to hit to be popular with these people that you're trying to appeal to or whatever. So I think that pretending that you care about the forever wars while being totally in favor of drone strikes and torture and all that, that's definitely one of them. Do you think that it's a bridge too far that she will start talking about drag queen story hours?
No, not at all.
Or groomers?
No, she will. She'll do what needs to be done. I mean, I think Kari Lake better watch out. I think Ruben Gallego though he's gonna win the nomination if he runs.
I hope so. Well, we'll see. I mean, God only knows. It's a long time from now.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.